DJ Clue went on the Math Hoffa show. Shout out to Math for giving us content to talk about. Your podcast is fire. Clue kind of tippy-toed around the question when they discussed it. I don't know if y'all got to tap into the clip or not, but basically the subject matter was it actually Nas who started the beef with Jay-Z? And the way Clue was trying to not answer the question, it seems to me that Clue thinks that Nas started it. Sincere, we've heard a lot from you. I need to hear some more. Is Clue tippy-toeing a telltale sign that Nas started it actually?
So I did a deep dive earlier today because I have to get to the bottom of this. Obviously, there's this feud, this relationship is fraught with rivalry over the years, and there's a lot of stray shots, a lot of freestyles, a lot of lines that were directed at each other between Jay-Z and Nas. So who did who first?
Hey,
who did what first? My bad.
My
Amigos.
auntie is a man now.
Who did what first? Ew. Let's strike that from the record. Who did what first? All right. It depends on your perspective. All right. So, to my knowledge, based on my research, I think it might have started all the way back with Nas' "We Will Survive," when he had some bars that were talking about how motherfuckers is talking about like they're the new king or whatever. I got the bar here. Let me bring it up. It used to be fun making records to see your response, but now competition is none. Now that you're gone, and these motherfuckers is wrong, using your name in vain, and they claim to be New York's king. It ain't about that, right? So that was on I Am.
That's crazy, bro.
We Will Survive. Now, if you go back to Volume 2 album, Hard Knock Life, Jay-Z had the song Ride or Die, where he was aiming shots at unnamed rappers. A lot of people said it was towards Mace, but it could have been interpreted towards Nas.
Yeah.
That's a question mark. So we don't really know, right? So that's a toss-up. But after that, there was Memphis Bleak on What You Think of That, right? And he said, "I'm a ball till I fall." That was part of the hook, right? That was the hook. But Jay had a lot of bars in that, aiming at, again, some unnamed rapper. It could have been Nas. And then Nas comes back on Nostradamus. "You want a ball till you fall? I can help you with that." Right?
I don't want beef.
You want beef?
I want problems.
I can let
always.
a slug melt in your hat.
That's my shit right there, boy.
I hate that song, but I digress.
That's my bar right there. I ain't gonna lie.
Now that beat was kind of tough though.
Yeah.
But then
that's not the
I can't do it.
It was too sappy for you though.
Yeah,
Chorus
man,
was a little
hell yeah.
cheesy.
Jay-Z comes back on Volume 3 with his That Yo Bitch Scorcher.
Yeah.
A clear shot.
Yes, sir.
Sheesh. And then that's when Nas came back with Eye for an Eye freestyle in 2000, right? On one of Clue's mixtapes. So based on that timeline, and viewers out there, listeners, if I'm missing anything in this timeline, if there's anything that needs to be added to this, let me know.
Now you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna run to you know who. Because Sincere said, y'all be in the chat snitching. Sincere from the Red Round Table said, yeah, all right, go ahead, Sid.
Yeah, it could be stemming from Nas, Nas's line in We Will Survive saying that, motherfuckers shouldn't be claiming the throne so quickly after Biggie died. Jay-Z could have been sending shots at Nas on Ride or Die, but everybody was saying it was Mace at the time, so who knows? But the clear thing for me is Memphis Bleak, "I'm a ball till I fall," and then Jay-Z's verse aiming at unnamed rappers, which definitely sounds like it was aimed at Nas. And then Nas coming back on Nostradamus, and it escalated from there. So I can't really call it. Yeah, what do y'all think?
I mean, I thought it could have been a couple things. Saying I think then Hov wanted do music with him at a certain time, and he always bowed out of that.
It was always rumored that Jay-Z wanted to be down with the firm or do collabs with Nas, and Nas was just like,
that's one
I'm
thing.
not really.
And
fucking with that vibe.
He was Foxy. He was dealing with Foxy, then Foxy was in the firm.
That
could be
too.
something else too. And then you got got something in common. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of energy.
Is that your
behind
bitch?
that.
But who do you think like really started?
I think Nas started it.
Nas,
I don't want beef.
I joke.
Nas is a Virgo, man. And when Virgos don't fuck with you, they just don't fuck with you, and people could take that the wrong way. You get what I'm saying? That could have, like, it's like you want to make music with somebody, and they tell you, "Nah, we only fuck with you like that." You can hold a real deep, like, hatred for that person in a way.
Like, so I could definitely see that as as somebody that feels like they have some similarities with Nas's personality. I could see how, because people have accused me of being like
a fake Nas fan.
No. yes.
That's the Ray Liotta
listen,
Right.
No, but throughout my life, Nas aside, music aside, like, people have accused me of being like stuck up or arrogant because I don't, I be to myself and I don't really talk to people. But that's just me being an introvert, and I just, I don't have the energy right now to really like vibe or talk to people, right? And so, like, if as an artist somebody comes up to me and says, "Hey, let's collab," and I'm just not feeling it, like, somebody might take that as some type of diss, when to me it's not about that at all. It's just about my own personal energy, and I just don't feel that energy right now. So I could definitely see, like, if Jay at that time in the mid 90s, early to mid 90s, was talking about let's collab, let's do a feature, let's do a song together, whatever, and Nas was like, I don't know, because he's fucking with Wu-Tang, he's fucking with AZ, he's fucking with Mobb Deep, then Jay might have felt some type of way.
And that's exactly it, basically. Like, that's when the beef started. When Nas left Jay-Z in the studio for consecutive days, waiting to record Bring It On, and he had to put Sauce Money on that bitch instead. Like, that's when the beef started. Jay-Z pursued his baby moms after that. Jay-Z kept his name in his music. Like, Jay-Z literally, once he reached a certain level, he sent Memphis Bleak at Nas. He sent Beanie Siegel at Jadakiss, the two people that could have taken him off the throne. Like, let's stop being diplomatic here. Jay-Z started this beef. He knew Nas wasn't worried about Jay-Z at first. If you want to keep it real, he didn't.
I mean, the last real nigga alive kind of depicts that Nas didn't give a fuck.
He didn't care about Jay-Z, and that's not an indictment on Jay-Z's skill level or talent, but Nas didn't consider him. Nas has been in interviews saying the rappers that scared me were Biggie and Pac and Cannabis. Like that's just how Nas looked at him. Jay-Z, being the egomaniac he is, rightfully deserved, you know what I mean? Jay-Z was like, wow, this nigga really don't think I'm like that? Like,
got
really,
this nigga.
I'm the guy. Like, Biggie fucking with me, he not fucking with me? Like, what's going on? Jay-Z started this, man.
I'll take it a step
started
further. Sin made some good points. Deanie made some good points about, like, the persona of Nas. Nas himself, ego and all, views himself as the personification of hip-hop, like what it means to be
golden
hip-hop.
child.
You know what I'm saying? And then you look at Jay-Z, and we've touched on this many times on the pod. Jay-Z represented that new era, the flashy era, the money, the braggadociousness. I'm pretty sure the way Nas is set up, a dude like Hov who's popping crystals, the life of the party, etc., he ain't like that type of nigga. Like, he couldn't fuck with him, you know what I'm saying? And I think that played a role in it. What May said is also accurate, and I think that touched Jay. But, like, I hate to say this about my favorite rapper because, I try to be the cape wearing nigga. It's his fault. Because, all right, you got stood up at the studio, Sunday pull up on you, all right, bet. Me in that same situation, maybe I'm a little more volatile. If Sin dubs me, I'm coming to the nigga crib, like, yo, what the fuck? I'm hitting your line, like, yo, I'm here, right? Like, what's up? I'm not gonna send Bleak to you know what I mean? In a verse I probably wrote to diss Nas, like, nah,
the subliminal
fuck out of here. If nothing else, I'd have went to Angie and say, I tried to get Nas on the album, but he fronted on me. I'd have put it on wax. I'd have made it hot. That's what I would have done.
Pressure on him.
Put it on gas. Like, the route he took, in hindsight, we love the bars. I hate that Nas doesn't look at Jay that way, because Jay was like that. You know what I'm saying? But maybe he just wasn't as good as, we talked about it, filling shoes and all that. He wasn't as good as Big in 98. Of course not. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like, and Nas talked about it on Magic about having regrets. I'm sure Nas wishes he was a little more patient with this rap shit as far as relationship building than that he is now. Like, the shit Nas is doing now, we would have never seen that 20, 25 years
at
ago.
all.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? But I think Jay handled that wrong. If he would have just put it on blast, like go to the radio, go to Flex, go to Angie. Yeah, I tried to get Nas, but he fronted him. The ball would have been in Nas's court right there. Before there was no internet, so there was no rumors.
Right.
It would have just been, yo, Nas, why you ain't do that song with Jay? Then we would have got the collab, and then maybe they would have beefed anyway, but at least things probably would have went a little bit differently.
Proper perspective.
So what you're saying is the passive aggressiveness didn't work.
Passive aggressiveness on both
He
sides.
should have just went either straight to him, or just left him alone.
Facts.
And let him die on his own, because Nas was doing bad at the time. We got to
He was
keep
on
it
his
real.
way out.
But
He
look,
was doing bad.
I'll take the Zodiac route. The problem with Jay-Z is that Sagittarius shit. Sagittarius people are passive aggressive to the max.
I feel attacked.
I'm sorry, Mace, but that is their signature move. They'll send a side shot while you're eating a piece of chicken from some shit that happened last week. You know what I'm saying? That's what the fuck they do.